How's it going, kids? This is Dr. Callahan with week 20 Thursday. How are you guys doing? So here are the following 3 questions for your warm-up. So go ahead and pause the video and answer them. Okay, if you are completely done with your warm-up, you need to go to this link right here for period 1 and make sure you answer the following questions and submit it. Here's period 2, 5, 6. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, remember, this is a continuation of your cheat sheet that we're going to do for your common district final that's coming up soon. So I would highly, highly recommend that you guys go ahead and do this. If you missed out on the first one, topics 1 to 4, you need to go back to week 20, Wednesday's video, and watch that so you can get to those ones, because today we're going to be focusing on 5 to 8. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and get started. So our topic 5 for your cheat sheet, and actually what I want you guys to do is with your paper, you are going to fold your paper so that it is in fourths. So you have 4 different pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we've already done this one because we already completed your topics 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that topic is done. If you haven't received it, you need to go back to week 20 and watch the video for week 20 Wednesday. Okay, so now we're going to go on to topic number 5. And your topic number 5 is going to be right here. So this is the back of it, 6, 7, 8. Your topic 5 is me right there. All right, so with your topic 5, you need to think about several of the things that we discussed, which is on statistics, and that is on central tendency. So under topic 5, you should have mean, median, mode, and range. Those are the things that you need to write down under that topic. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look over here. So I would suggest that you need to copy down mean, median, mode, and then of course the last one is range. Okay, so for your mean, it is the average. So you basically add everything together and then divide it by the number of numbers there are. Median is the number in the middle. Mode is the most frequent. And your range is going to be your biggest number minus your smallest number. And that's your central tendency. All right, so the next part of statistics and that you need to copy down for your cheat sheet is going to be on skewedness. If something is skewed to the right, skewed to the left, etc. And for that one, you need to copy down this part right here. All right, so if something is skewed, or excuse me, if something is normal, for example, it'll just be like a perfect bell curve like that, okay? And notice that the mean, median, mode are exactly the same right down the middle. Now, if something is going to be a positively skewed, it looks like this. It's kind of like towards the left, okay? Where if you look at it, the mean is still in the middle, but then your mode and range is over to the left. And then, of course, if something is negatively skewed, then your mean is still in the middle, but then your median and mode is kind of aiming towards the right. So take a moment and copy that part down. Another way of thinking about this is the following, and you might want to copy this part down too. If there's no skewedness, it's a perfect bell curve. This is a left or negative skew, and this is a right and positive skew. All right, so we're going to move on to topic number 6, which is going to be on absolute value. So looking at this question here, you want to go ahead and copy it down. Okay, and so the way that you solve absolute value is that there's always 2 answers. So with this one, your first step is to subtract 6, which gives you a 4. And then you want to divide it by the -2, which then gives you a x plus 3 is equal to -2. And then what you do is you want to split this. So your first one is x plus 3 equals -2. And your second one is x plus 3 equals -2. Now subtract 3 on both sides. Your first answer is -5. Oops, I'm sorry, that's a positive. Or no, I'm sorry, that's a -2. And this one's a +2. Opposite of a negative is a positive. And your second answer is a -1. There will be a question like this on your final. Now I want you guys to go ahead and take a look over here, which is topic number 7 on transformations. So make sure you put your answers right here. Okay, so when it comes to transformations, there are a few things you need to think about. First thing that you need to know is that when it comes to transformation, you need to have all the different shapes. These are the parent functions. Remember, if you have a absolute value of x, it is a V shape. If it is a square root of x, it is that little curve. If it's a cube root, it looks something like this. And if it is an x squared, it is a parabola. Okay. Next thing that you need to know is we need to talk about the transformation itself. Okay, so when you're looking at the transformation, you have y is equal to plus or minus a, x minus h squared plus k. Keep in mind that a positive k means you go up, a negative k means you go down. A negative h means you go to the right. A positive h means you go to the left. A positive a means that it is a happy face. A negative a means that it's a sad face. Okay, and so then moving on to this, if you have, let's say a is bigger than 1, then it's going to be a skinny parabola. And then if a is smaller than 1, then it's going to be a wider parabola like that. All right, so then with that said, I think you guys are ready to look at some of the examples here. Hold on a second, let's see what just happened here. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's take a look at some of the examples that we have. So for this one, it says identify the vertex axis of symmetry of this one. Well, you know, H is right here, K is right there. So your H is -3 and your K is -6. Your axis of symmetry is always going to be the first X letter. So that's X equals -3. So your vertex is going to be -3, -6. So looking at the options here is to select all that applies, which means there's more than one correct answer. It's not that. This G is correct. It's not H. I is correct. That's not correct. That's not correct. And that's not correct. So G and I will be it. All right, so for your last topic is topic 8, which is on radicals and square roots. So looking at this part right here, remember your base have to be the same. What's another way of writing this? Well, 5 to the third power is 125. But if I bring that up, that will be 5 to the negative 3. Once you have the same base right there, you want to go ahead and take a look at the exponent. So then what the exponent, 2x minus 9 equals negative 3. Add the 9 on both sides. 2x equals 6. X equals 3 is your answer. All right, let's take a look at this one here. Solve for x. So in this situation, you add the 49 on both sides. 16x squared equals 49 because that part cancels. Then you divide it by 16 on both sides. X squared equal 2. And remember with this one, you have a bunch of perfect squares. So think about what are all the perfect squares? So give you guys another second to think about all the perfect squares that you know and memorized. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of the perfect squares. These are all the perfect ones right here. So then looking at this part here, this is just going to give you a plus or minus 7 over 4, along with your perfect squares. Okay, you guys, last part that I want you guys to do is you're going to go ahead and create a message in regards to math. When it comes to hangman, I have some coloring for you guys to do, just to relax for a little bit. And then on this diagram here, you are going to design your own graphic. As always, I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.